and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you are here with me today. For those who are seeing me for the first time in YouTube, my name is Cecile, and for those who are returning viewer, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your support and I'm grateful you are here in this journey with me. So let's get started. In this video today, I'm sharing something very personal from my own experience, and I hope that you will find some nugget in these things that I'm going to say. Okay, so let's get started with a question for you. Have you ever felt like the more you listen to others, the more your own voice fade away? For years I lived this reality without even realizing it. I was that person who would forget herself while thinking I was doing the right thing, always ready to listen, to support, and to ease others' worries, at the cost of ignoring myself until I even lost myself completely at some point of my life. I thought that was what it means to be a good person. But deep down, I was slowly dimming day after day. I was even convinced that my worth was measurable, how useful I could be to others. Without even asking myself, and what about me? I would say yes even when I was tired. I would say yes even when I had set time aside for myself. I would say yes even when I desperately needed rest. When everything in me was screaming, no, Sissy, not this time. I say yes sometimes out of fear of disappointing others. As if unconsciously I had learned that my role was soothing others, even if it meant carrying their burden, without even considering the weight it left on my own shoulder. The hardest part of this was that no one was forcing me. It was me, by habit, by conditioning, choosing every time to abandon my own needs. But what I didn't know back then was that every little sacrifice was slowly bringing on my own self-esteem. Every time I chose order over myself, I let a part of me fade away. Until the day I realized that it wasn't the, just a way of being, it was a weight that I carried for so long, and it was a hidden wound. And you, how many times have you forgotten yourself to avoid disturbing others? How many times have you ignored that little voice inside telling you that you deserve better? As of me, personal development opened my eyes. I wasn't even trying to change. I didn't even know that something was wrong with me. I was just looking to understand for a reason why I felt so tired, why I felt so empty, and why I was so invisible and turning into cycle in my own life. That's when I understood that this behavior was the result of deeply ingrained belief from childhood. But at first, nothing changed. I've learned, read, tried on my own, but nothing really changed for two reasons. First, because understanding alone isn't enough to set you free. And second, because I hadn't realized that I couldn't free myself from something that has been rooted in me for decades. It's like trying to uproot an old tree with a small blade. You will exhaust yourself, you will struggle, but the old tree stays standing. You need the right tools, you need the right help, and most of all, a real strategy. It wasn't until I accepted that I need help first, then invested into coaches and mentors, that things really start to change for me. They handed me a sharp saw and they taught me how to cut the invisible root holding me back. With patience, with strategy and inner work, I did cut down that old trunk that had been preventing me from growing. Today I still listen to others, but I no longer listen with the same intention and compulsive desire to save somebody, because no one needs saving. Because people are consciously wanting things and they will carry out the same action that will keep them stuck where they are. I still help others from a place of choice, not impulsively out of fear of disappointing anyone. I still seek collaboration with others for shared experience, but without dysfunctional attachment to the outcome. I am more present, I am more detached, I am more aligned, and this makes me feel freer and at peace in my life right now. Because I've understood that taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's giving yourself permission, the right to exist. That we can say yes to ourselves out of love, and it doesn't mean being bad or rejecting others as I thought one was before. That we don't have to choose between the two. And finally, I want to say to you that if you see yourself in my story, I want to tell you something. You are not alone. I know what it feels like to want to change and not succeed. But I also want to tell you that if I did it, you can too. And to be honest with you, if you try it alone, you are more likely to go in circle like I did for years. What made the difference for me was I stopped trying alone. I don't know how old you are today, but imagine trying to cut down a tree that's 30, 40, even 20, or even 100 years old with a small blade. You could spend your whole life, but with the right tool, the right saw, and the right method, and the right strategy, that tree can fell in few hours. Sometimes you just need someone to show you how to use the saw, how to cut down what's preventing you from moving forward. That's why I do this work today. I've learned so much that now I help others, people change more easily, more quickly, and without unnecessary suffering. So I'm here for those who know they deserve better, but don't know how and where to start. If this message resonates with you, know that I'm here to help. To start, I would suggest that you subscribe to this channel for more stool like this in the future content, or maybe leave me a message or write to me directly, and it will be my pleasure to step in and help. I will be right there with you, because your transformation begins the moment you say yes to yourself. I love you, I see you, and I believe in you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon in our next video. Bye now.